Hello everyone, this is Zaup, and today I'm gonna show you how to identify what's your win condition and how to properly play towards that win condition. This example is going to be over my game with Pugna, so it's going to be a replay with commentary like I posted some of this channel, but with a bit more explanation towards the macro game. We're approaching 6 minutes, I'm obviously going towards the rune, stacking on the way. Shaman has the same idea, so I'm gonna place the ward on this side. And by doing that, we're gonna get a kill for the Void Spirit. Notice how I'm leaving the kill for him to get. I obviously stack the camp on the way as well. So this game is gonna be interesting for a single reason. I have a very strong SF hero that I want to play towards. But the thing is, if you want to play towards a single hero like a carry hero, it's usually a better idea for you to play away from the hero and create space early on, so your carry gets to farm and then he's very strong after that, after he gets to farm. And the best idea to do that is just play towards the enemy carry hero and just make sure he doesn't hit at his timings and he doesn't hit creeps. So as long as you get enemy carry busy and then your carry gets to free farm, it's gonna be a fun game for you. So in this case, it's 7 minutes. I let my Brewmaster get the XP Shrine. The reason why I'm not showing you first 6 minutes is because they were very random. Lots of trading on the lane. But I let my Brewmaster get level 6 out of the Shrine. As he has a very strong timing. So right now he has the timing, right? So I wanna play around my Beastmaster. Sorry, Brewmaster. I'm baiting enemies. We use the split and then we get the kills. So it's about time for me to realize that my SF is gonna be very strong. So we've got the kill and I should be at the mid lane securing the rune, but I'm obviously late for it. So what I'm gonna do is just try to pressure this tower. I don't have mana, that's the problem, but notice how the tower is already low HP. That's unfortunate Lina rotation, but that means my Void Spirit gets a rune for free. And right now what's happening there is my SF gets to free farm, just notice that, gets to free farm against enemy Axe, so he basically is able to just zone him out of the lane. Notice how the big of the difference is there between my carry and their offlaner, right? So as I said, I still want to pressure. I still want to pressure lanes and I want to play away from the SF. So my SF gets to farm. My Undying found the stacks. I'm almost level 6. I stack the camp on the way and I'm heading towards the mid lane. Because I don't have the timing on my Brewmaster. He doesn't have the ultimate. So I want to play towards my mid laner. And when we have the ultimate on Brewmaster, I want to play towards him again. So I'm pressuring bot. Sorry, mid. Notice how a lot, I'm using my Q a lot on the towers, if I'm allowed to. Because it pushes the towers so well, especially in this kind of moment. So that was a crazy jump by Void Spirit. Axe rotates away from his lane because he doesn't want to play against SF, as I said. And that's the thing. By doing that on the mid lane, I'm forcing people away from the SF lane, so my SF gets to farm and he's getting bigger and bigger every time, right? Obviously that's unfortunate that we lose the Void Spirit, but the reason for that is he's just making a mistake by jumping that far. I got my level 6. So again, I have a Brewmaster ultimate again, so I'm pinging that I'm coming towards his lane. Because A, I want to push the tower, and B, he has the ultimate, so we're able to kill anyone that comes. And what's gonna happen is this Clink shows up. I'm baiting with my hero because I'm healing a lot versus Lina. If I go on Lina, she doesn't stun me, and that's the way I can get to cast my ultimate over and over, and we get the kills. My hero Pugna allows big carries like SF to have a very good game because A, she hits towers so she can create space on the map, unlike other supports. Sorry, I have to pause there because there's gonna be a very good play by SF. So yeah, that's the moment basically I realize I can trust this guy. Yeah, I mean the pause is BM, but whatever. So okay, the reasons why my hero is very good with carries like this is another reason, which is B. I have very convenient heal for them. C, I can actually farm a bit when there's no timing to be used. Like, we just use the timing on the Brewmaster on the bot lane. I'm gonna heal my SF and I'm allowed to pressure towers or just farm if I want to, right? Because I can use my items as well. That's the thing. If I'm playing Oracle, I cannot really use the items. I don't really use the items that well. I can just go defensive, right? But other than that, it's just Pugna both uses the items as well as farms them, unlike like Oracle, right? And D, my hero deals really well with their heroes. So it's like Axe I can decrepify if he jumps in, so it's basically same shit as me using Yule Scepter or him. And then Lina is gonna kill me so much with her spells as I put down the ward. And this kind of fight is kind of unfortunate, but notice how they bring all the 5 heroes. My SF is still farming, right? And it still goes decently for us, the fight, even though SF is not showing there. So this kind of game, if you get your carry to farm and their carry to fight, even if their carry gets some kills, but it's like clinks, right? This hero doesn't outfarm the SF. And then my SF gets to farm more, even. Then we're gonna win the game. And I realize that. So I want to line up my timing of the item that SF wants, which is Solar Crest, as soon as he's ready to fight. So I know he doesn't want to fight early on, so right now I'm allowed to get Glimmer Cape, especially good versus heroes like Snapfire or Lina. And then after that I'm gonna go for Solar Crest, because that's the endgame item. If I get my Solar Crest, that's basically +1 item on SF. So the way you wanna end those kind of games is you ruin their enemy carry farm, which is in this case is Clinks, and then your carry gets to farm like 2 or 3 items, maybe 3 in this case, and then you get the Solar Crest. And the Solar Crest as an item gives your carry basically another item that he has in the inventory, right? So notice how every fight we take is away from SF. Every fight. And every fight we take around not SF, but we have the Brewmaster ultimate, we're gonna win. And then I'm gonna try to pressure a lot of towers, because that's what I'm good at. So even right now, we're not gonna push this tower, obviously, but I can chip it down. Like, one blast is like 220 damage, right? Yeah, 208. So that's a lot on of the damage on the tower. And this way I get to farm the creeps as well.
The Radiant's courier didn't make it. Radiant's top tower's in bad shape.
We don't have the timing right now, so we really want to farm. Like, I don't want to play towards my Brewmaster right now, because he doesn't have the ultimate, right? But still, I still want to play away from SF, unless it's absolutely needed that I go there. Because if I force people around SF, that SF is not going to be happy. I'm getting strong, I have Glimmer. This smoke is completely stupid. I have no idea what this was intended to do, honestly. Like, it wasn't my call. Like, we're going towards Brewmaster that has no ultimate. So I realize this is pointless, and what I'm gonna do is just push this tower. We're not gonna find anyone here. Notice how my SF has this ward, right? And he knows that heroes are playing top. So he's moving towards the triangle at this point of the game.
Dire's top tower is
It's 15 minutes, and notice how much the damage on the tower is done. Like this tower and this tower, right? There's a lot of the damage on the tower, and it's only because of me. Because I'm the only one that, the only hero that pushes the towers. I get to farm a bit. We're getting close to having Brewmaster ultimate again. So I feel like we're strong right now. I feel like we're strong and we're supposed to push this tower at this point of the game. Because what I need is just space to do that. And some mana, obviously. And there's a blink reveal on the axe. But it's still, like, my SF is farming. The Void Spirit was questionable all the game. His jumps and map movements were surprising to me. So I realized that I don't have a Void Spirit, right? I don't have a Void Spirit and I want to push this tower. Obviously the problem is I don't have mana, right? So I'm trying to connect, but I'm like, no, this is stupid. I'm just gonna push this tower. We obviously have the ultimate on Brewmaster, but on the other hand, it's like SF doesn't want to fight, and we don't really want to fight 3 versus 5, because that's what's gonna happen, right? So at 16 minutes, 17 minutes, sorry, I get to finish tier 2 tower, and it was only me. So me playing bot creates lots of space here in this part of the map, because enemies need to react to this, because if they don't react, I can assume they are 5, right? It's like, right now, I know something is happening. And this Void doesn't. That's the problem. Like, looking back at the time, if the wave is here, nobody's rotating, then that means they are doing something. And if we see like this wave here as well, that means that enemies are likely to invade this or this. So me playing in this area allows me to eventually connect to the SF, who is very strong at this point of the game. He was like, holy shit, that's crazy, right? But all of this should not be happening, because this is the only area that enemy might have vision there. Let's see. Yeah, they have vision, right? So we don't really want to play around this area. And right now my SF is like, okay, I'm very strong. I want to play here. If my Pugna is behind me, she can save me, right? If I'm behind him and ready to react, then I can probably save him. I'm assuming they will jump the SF right now. He's playing away from the creeps. But what's gonna happen is this Void Spirit is gonna grief again. Like, he initiates in a way that forces me to go in, and that's how SF dies, basically. It still goes decently for us, but SF shouldn't be dying there. And SF is not dying if I don't get baited. So, in a way, it's my fault as well. But it started with a Void Spirit baiting in. I use all my defensive shit on Void Spirit. And then we get a team wipe for SF. So, in a way, this is a very good fight. But my carry shouldn't be dying there, I feel like. And it's my fault. It's my fault. Although I'm getting baited, so I go in and cast my spells, right? And it's all of it is happening despite the fact that we didn't use the Brewmaster split. That's the good part. So this fight gives me Solar Crest. So this is the point of the game. My SF is strongest hero on the map by far. So right now he has 12,000 net worth right now, but with the Solar Crest it's like 2,000 more, I would say, because it gives him so much. This movement by me is actually so pointless right now. I really want to play around my Brewmaster, but on the other hand, like I was talking about it, right? The only reason, the only place the enemies want to play right now is the top lane, and I'm just asking for trouble. So that death is on me. Obviously, the reason why I'm top is because I want to push the tower top, right? But still, I should be going back. I shouldn't be playing like this aggressive. SF is far from the fight, so that's the way they win the fight. So at this point I realized in most cases I just want to stand behind my SF and just cast all my shit behind him. I mean on him. And then just make sure he doesn't die. Like look how much damage this guy is able to survive with me behind him, right? This Lina hero is actually so useless versus Pugna. Because the way Lina works, she wants to kill a hero with her burst and then just reset and wait for another opportunity, right? And right now, as you look at the lineups, we have 4 beefy heroes that are not getting bursted, and then there's me. And I can get bursted, but if I have my ward on, I'm gonna heal off enough damage so I don't even die. So it's a very sad game for Lina. And then Klinks is basically the same, right? She just doesn't have the spells to kill people like this, but she wants to function the same way. So basically just burst somebody and then just go back. So right now my only issue is having mana. If I have mana, I'm able to hit towers. My SF is getting crazy. And then it's my only job to just provide him enough of HP and attack speed and just security for him to hit people. If he's allowed to hit people, we're gonna win the fights. So notice the shift. We wanna play it on the top lane because A, there's a Tormentor, B, there's a tier 1 tower as well. Obviously the spell casting is not on point every time, you know that. But all that matters is my SF not to die. Because I know if SF doesn't die and my brew uses split, my Void Spirit doesn't really matter, whatever he does. Like, he's there to just initiate the fight and tank some damage. And my SF is here to win the fight for me. And the Brewmaster ultimate. So right now it's a game of me just standing behind the SF. So when we're talking about the how to find or identify your strongest core, so basically how it works is usually that's the carry for you. So you have to ask yourself, how do you create space for that carry? In most games, the most convenient way for you to have space on carry is to have a mid laner that has a very good game. That's the easiest way. But in this case, I'm playing Pugna, right? So Pugna hero allows me to hit towers. And I can create space not only because I'm able to help my mid laner. In this case, he was really underwhelming, to be honest. But I can push towers. And notice how this map is very big right now, right? This tower, this tower, this tower, like all of the things that are happening there. Okay, we're getting rushed for this. Is because I got so many towers in this game that my map is getting bigger and bigger, right? We're gonna have a video on it, how to have possession of the map. But that's another thing. So right now I identify that SF is my strongest hero, and how do I get him to have a good game? So I thought that if I play towards the pushing and not towards the mid laner, it's gonna have better results. Obviously I'm there for the mid laner to secure the runes every time he needs that, right? But other than that, me pushing lanes has way bigger impact than me standing behind my mid laner just healing him. Because on the other hand, if you notice our lineup, there's not many tower pushers early on, obviously. After that, it's SF is very good at pushing towers. But my Undying doesn't hit tower, Void Spirit doesn't hit tower, so I really want to play towards this style of playing. Which is pushing towers and then allowing my cores to have a good game because the map gets bigger and they get to farm more. And then after that, after we have big map, I can play behind this SF and just make sure he doesn't die. Because the difference between him and enemy carry right now is 6k gold. Yeah, that's my only job so far. Like right now, All I have to do is just click Solar Crest and just use my blast on the tower. That's it. Nothing else. And you think about it, it's so easy, right? I cast my ward, I heal my SF, and then just I let him carry me, right? This is very good way to play the game if you have heroes like this, like SF, like those very strong carries that all they really care about is just having their resources, right? So right now he's allowed to hit towers, and it's not like anything bad can happen, right? Yeah. He should have died 4 times in this fight already. 4 times. 4 times. And notice how it's 26 minutes and we're not just fluffing around the map. We have big advantage. I have the Solar Crest and this is the time to end the game. Or at least push, right? I don't wanna like farm the map when I have timings such as this SF with Aegis. Sometimes when you're not allowed to push high ground, then yes, you wanna farm. That's right. But in this case, I have SF and I'm Pugna, so we're able to hit buildings, right? We get to reset. I really wanna play towards the top lane because we have outpost there that we're gonna take right now. And any fight that happens, so imagine this, there's a fight and let's say I die, right? I can buy back straight to the fight and just TP there. That's why I don't want to play bot, but my SF is going bot for some reason. And it's gonna cost us, if I remember correctly. So this is a mistake on his part. But on the other hand, like this Void, forcing this is just asking for trouble. Because my SF is farming bot, right? So my Void shouldn't be playing aggressively like this. Yeah, if he hits heroes, he's gonna kill heroes. That's awesome. But sometimes he's not gonna be allowed to, and this is what's gonna happen. And this only happens because we're fighting in a place that SF doesn't really have a way to connect quickly. And this is gonna be the last bad fight, because our team is gonna realize that if we are 5, it doesn't fucking matter what they do. Like, it doesn't matter. If I stay behind and I just click my spells and items on SF and Void Spirit, then whatever they do is not gonna matter. Because this Lina is almost gonna kill herself with the ward, right? If I use the ward, she's gonna take so much damage. And then, unless she's getting she's bursting the SF, we're still gonna win the fight. And every item I have is towards SF. So Glimmer gives him barrier, this gives him barrier as well as attack speed, and this gives him mana. And this allows me to hit the spells that I have more efficiently. That's all I need to do. Yeah, that was just stupid. I don't know what he's doing there. In hindsight, he was griefing as well. Like, he was angry for some reason. I don't know why. He's just showing up there when SF is dead. So that's just asking for trouble, right? In the end, it doesn't really matter. We still win the fight. And right now, we're basically able to finish this game. Yeah, I just click my items and spells on SF. So, if you have a hero like Pugna or just those defensive support that I was talking about in different videos, right? That means you really need a core, usually the carry, that has a good game. and you need to find a way to give him a good game. So basically, in this game I realized that I can push the towers, so I'm just gonna do that, and then I'm gonna go defensive items, so my SF just gets to hit people. Because A, he's getting free farm, B, enemies don't have the space on the map, so it's not like he's getting out farmed anyways, right? It's not like enemies have 60% of the map and my SF is farming, and then it doesn't matter because enemies are farming more. No. And I'm saying to my team, guys, we don't need to push more, we can end this game, just let me cast my Q on the towers, right? For some reason they are afraid, even though Lina is dead and my ward is down. So if you have a hero like this, like Pugna, right, the defensive one, and then you have a hero on carry that is, if he gets fought, he wins the game, just try to play to, like towards him, but in a way, you play away from him. So when he needs space, just let him farm. And when he's done farming, you just join him and then you click his your defensive spells and items on him. And that's the way he's gonna win the game. Because if you play towards that carry, when he wants to farm, that's gonna ruin his ability to farm. Because A, he's fighting, so he's losing HP, resources, maybe even dying. And B, he's not hitting creeps, right? So that's the biggest problem. And as long as you play away, this is what's gonna happen. Like, your carry is gonna get fought, then you get more items for him and you're gonna win the game. So that's all you need to do, guys. It's simple. Just play Pugna and win MMR. Play towards your strongest core, and that's how you win MMR with Pugna. Thanks you for watching. As always, subscribe to the channel, like the video, and comment on it. See you!